of November 2025. I'm gladly honored on behalf of my country, Uganda, to welcome my dear brother, His Excellency Ambassador Ahmed bin Muhammad Al-Zuwaidi, the first resident ambassador of the great state of Qatar to the Republic of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Your Excellency, you are most welcome. I'm very excited to welcome you today, and I want to take this opportunity to thank the government of the state of Qatar, led by His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, for having elevated the strong bilateral relationship which has existed for a very long time between our two lovely brotherly countries, the Republic of Uganda and the state of Qatar. Your Excellency, in 2017, as the Ugandan ambassador by then to the state of Qatar, a non-resident ambassador, I was based in Saudi Arabia as a resident ambassador of Uganda, but I was covering the state of Qatar as non-resident ambassador. I was honored to organize a successful visit, the first and ever visit, the first visit for my president, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to the state of Qatar, which took place in March 2017, and it was followed by the setup of the Ugandan embassy to the state of Qatar, and I also took that honor, Your Excellency, and I successfully set up our embassy in Doha. So around that time, I started hearing good news that the state of Qatar was also planning to open an embassy in Uganda. Your Excellency, to have you today, to welcome you as the first Qatari resident ambassador to the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency, I'm greatly honored to represent my government, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the entire government of Uganda, and the people, the lovely, friendly people of Uganda, to welcome you. I want to assure you, Your Excellency, that you have come to the country of love. The Ugandan people are very friendly. I would say the most friendly people in Africa. Much as you are also very friendly, the Qatari people, but in Africa, the Ugandans are the most friendly people, Your Excellency. So you shall enjoy the love, you shall enjoy the hospitality, you shall be enjoying during your tour of duty to the Republic of Uganda. You shall see everything good, which shall always lead to great success as the first Qatari ambassador to the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellency, with your coming here as a resident ambassador, we are expecting a lot to happen between our two countries. The big number of Ugandans is already working in your country, the state of Qatar. Qatar Airways has always been building bridges between our two countries. You have daily flights. Qatar Airways has daily flights between Doha and Entebbe. So we are very, very happy, Your Excellency, and you are most welcome. My government is very supportive and welcoming to you and happy for your coming, Your Excellency, and the population of Uganda, which exceeds 47 million people. They are all happy, waiting for your wonderful services as the first Qatari ambassador to the Republic of Uganda. Welcome, Your Excellency, Ambassador Ahmed bin Muhammad Al-Zuwaid, my dear brother. Thank you so much.
And I'm pleased to be a representative of my country, working together with the government to enhance and develop and provide all the service between both countries. Hopefully opening the embassy, new embassy in Kampala, build our relation, our friendship, to cooperate and make the relation and friendship grow between two countries, and bring all the opportunity together. It will be opening this opportunity between both countries and improving the relationship between people and the government in Uganda and Qatar. Thank you.
Baza Allah olw'enteekateeka ennungi gy'atukoledde olwaleero. Ne neebaza gavumenti yaffe, gavumenti ya Uganda, okutwaliza awamu ekulirwa mukama wange His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, ate ne neebaza mu mbeera ey'enjawulo Ministry of Foreign Affairs olw'enteekateeka ennungi ekolebwa okwaniriza ambasada wa Qatar asoose mu ggwanga ng'ali resident. Tubadde ne ambassadors okumala ebbanga naye nga batuula Nairobi, nga gye basinziira okubeera nti bakola ku nsonga ezikwatagana ku ggwanga lyaffe erya Uganda n'eggwanga lyabwe erya Qatar. Naye olwaleero twaniriza ambasada wa Qatar asoose nga mutuuze His Excellency Ahmad bin Ibrahim Al-Zuwaid azze okuggulawo embase ya Qatar mu Uganda. Kinajjukirwa nti mu mwaka gwa 2017 nga nkyaddukanya obuvunaanyizibwa His Excellency the President bwe yankwasanga ambasada wa Uganda yali atuule Saudi Arabia nga gye nsinzira okutwala ensi endala omwali eggwanga lya Qatar, nti mu buyinza obwankwasibwa government through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs nasobola okusetting up embassy yaffe e Qatar mu December omwaka gwa 2017, era embassy yaffe neggulwawo oluvannyuma, naye Qatar nayo neesuubiza okubeera nti baggulawo embassy mu ggwanga lyaffe lino erya Uganda. Kale neebaza gavumenti ya Qatar okuba nti batuukiriza ekisuubizo ne babeera nga baweereza ambasada waabwe okuggulawo embassy ya Qatar mu Uganda, esoose mu Uganda. Olwaleero ambasada tumwaniriza ne protocol wamu nga tuli wamu ne protocol ya Ministry of Foreign Affairs ku kisaawe kyaffe eky'Entebbe, ne tumuleeta n'ayingira mu kibuga kyaffe eky'e Kampala, era insha Allah olunaku lw'enkya ajja keera ku ssaawa 4 tujja keera tujja mukulembera tumutwale Ministry ya Foreign Affairs okusobola okubeera nti awaayo kopi ya credentials ze ezimutongoza nga ambasada wa Qatar mu ggwanga lyaffe erya Uganda, atandike emirimu nga bw'alinda wanaafunira omukisa okusinkana President waffe His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni okubeera nti awaayo credentials ze ew'omukulembeze w'eggwanga. era bwe mbadde nyumyamu naye aŋŋambye mbu Uganda amawanga mangi gatambuddemu era yali awebwaako emikisa okukola nga ambasada e Niger mu 2016 naye Katonda n'agera n'atagenda olw'ensonga emu oba endala n'amawanga amalala bwe gatyo, naye Uganda ly'eggwanga lyasoose okujja okubeeramu nga ambasada. Naye asanyuse nnyo n'agamba nti bw'atunuulidde Uganda alabidde eddala ensi ey'enjawulo, okuva ku kisaawe eggwanga lirabika bulungi, abantu bonna basinkanyeeko, bantu bali friendly, bali kwegamba hospitality y'Abannayuganda alabidde eddala nga tagitegeera. Mu mawanga amangi gakyaliddeko abantu baffe bali hostable bulungi, ekitatera kusangibwa mu mawanga amalala. Kale katumwagalize muganda waffe ono His Excellency Ambassador Ahmed bin Muhammad Azuwaidi okutebenkera obulungi mu ggwanga lyaffe, n'okubeera nti okujja kwe kugenda kwongera ku bunywevu bw'enkolagana eri wakati w'amawanga gaffe abiri, eggwanga lyaffe erya Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, wamu ne State of Qatar. Tweyanziza nnyo, katusabe ebiddirira byonna bibeere matameerere, tulabe ebirungi oba ebibala ebyamangu mu nkolagana wakati w'amawanga gaffe abiri ne bannansi, eggwanga liganyulwemu ng'eggwanga, ne bannansi basobole okubeera nti nno baganyulwamu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Congratulate you upon this milestone of opening up an embassy into Uganda. You're very much welcome.
Thank you, Minister. And to work very close to the government with my government to support and build the relationship and friendship and building cooperation between our two countries. We started being here in Uganda as an embassy. We'll continue to grow and support the relation which already been starting long time. I'm sure we'll have having the new chapter of our diplomat tie here in Uganda will help and encourage all the work before and agreement in all area between Qatar and Uganda. Thank you very much again.
Thank you very much for having me. We've just received credentials from the incoming ambassador of the State of Qatar, resident in Uganda. It's the first. We're going to have a resident ambassador from the State of Qatar to Uganda. And that's a huge milestone in cementing our diplomatic relations between the two states. When I was briefing him, I explained to him that Uganda is a very peaceful country, and he acknowledged that when he landed here, he was wowed with the environment. When he moved to Kampala, he has an amazing experience so far. For the last, just one night he has been here. I also took time to brief him that we're conducting presidential, parliamentary, and general campaigns, and he was amazed. He said this is very unique. In Africa, when campaigns are going on for presidential and parliamentary elections, it's chaos. But he was very surprised to find that it is almost as if nothing is going on, because the campaigns are happening in the countryside. The business center is very peaceful. So I told him that's one of the uniqueness of Uganda. I went ahead to brief him that Uganda is very peaceful from all the 9 borders of the neighboring countries that we have, we share with borders, but also that we have peaceful coexistence with all these countries. Then opening up of this embassy in Uganda is a huge milestone in translating our shared mutual relations and transforming it into real partnerships for prosperity and economic development of our two nations. So for example, today our overall exports to State of Qatar amount to only US dollars, 34 million US dollars. That is very small. And also from State of Qatar to Uganda is approximately 26 million US dollars. Given the potential of the two economies of the two states, that is very minimal. So, coming an establishment of a resident and permanent mission of the State of Qatar in Uganda will go a long way into enhancing the growth of economic and commercial ties between the two nations. We already have our embassy in Qatar. They didn't have a resident ambassador here. So now having the two resident ambassadors in either country will go a long way into translating the mutual relationship that we have had into real commitment now of transforming these relations into real partnerships for economic and commercial value, which we really espouse, the two countries. By briefing to him, I told him the areas of potential investment, and I briefed him that we have a huge potential of tourism. I think Uganda has been positioned by Planet Africa, and then New York tourism catalogs as one of the best tourism destinations in the whole of Africa and the Caribbean. So there exists a very huge potential. I know Qatar is quite developed in tourism, and they have built beaches, so you can borrow a leaf from them. For them, they're just constructing artificial. For us, we have natural sceneries. So I've briefed him that among the areas of investment where there's a huge potential is tourism. But we also have huge potential in agriculture, like you know. Uganda's mainstay, economic mainstay is agriculture. But agriculture is still predominantly production and export of unprocessed, zero value or low value goods. We would like now to translate that into processing and export of finished agricultural products. Like you know, coffee, we've been for a long time donating to the European and the Arab countries. We've been donating coffee at $2 per kilogram. And again, in return, we import a kilo of coffee at $40. So we are saying, the president pronounced the other time and said we are going to stop export of raw beans of coffee. So we'd like now to go into processing and export of finished coffee. So agriculture has such a huge potential. There are so many other products which must be processed and exported, finished. Same to fish, meat, and everything. Then also when you come to minerals sector, we have a huge mineral deposit in Uganda, which is unexploited. But we also don't want to mine and export raw and unprocessed minerals. I think the president also slapped a ban on export of raw minerals. So I've also briefed him that that's another area which is very virgin and requires investment with upgraded technology. Then we also have the oil and gas industry. It's still nascent in Uganda, and we have discovered recently oil in Kidepo, gas in Kidepo, and that part of the world. There is a lot of depots there. So I've given him a brief of the areas, what we term as the ATMs. I hope you have heard about the ATMs. Agriculture, tourism, minerals, sector, oil and gas, you know. So yes, I've given him that brief that tourism is one of the areas. The partnership we're talking about is ameliorating or bettering the diaspora, both those Ugandans who are living in Qatar and the Qatarians who are living here. But Qatarians who are living here have no problem. There has been a problem of Ugandans who are living in Qatar. So his coming here will go a long way into bettering the standard of living of Ugandans who are staying in Qatar, including, but not limited to, money transfer. Ugandans who are working in the diaspora have had challenges of transfer of their earnings into Uganda. So his coming here will now deepen the understanding on how we can better the transfer of Ugandans working in Qatar back into their country. But also the other aspects, including having concrete memorandum of understanding of migrant workers who are working in the state of Qatar.
Eno, yes, Salam TV.